In this video, I'll show how you can control the Novation peak from Ableton Live 10. Now, I've created this video because there are some other content online. There's a video from Novation that shows you how to do it, but doesn't really go into the detail necessary. So I wanted to provide a video that shows you exactly how to do this. Now, first, I recommend getting the Max MIDI effect from Jerome Munier. Sorry if I've mispronounced the name there. You can get this from Max for Live. I'll include the link at the bottom. Now download the AMXD file and then copy it to your Max MIDI effects subfolder. So this is under the Ableton user library presets, MIDI effects, and just copy and paste it in there. Now with that in place, let's get started. I've just got a MIDI track that I've created. So the first thing to do to set up our Novation peak is to create an external instrument. So I'm just going to double click on this, and then we get the external instrument here. Now we'll set this to the peak and channel 1. Now let's just check that this works. I'm going to press the audition on the peak, and I'm just using the default initialized sound. Also check that on my push 2 I can control the peak. Now that we've got that set up, the next thing to do is to add the Max MIDI effect that we've just downloaded. Now at this stage, I'd recommend just creating a short loop that we can use to test. So I'm just going to use push and just record something simple. Okay. And we'll just loop this. Not very inspiring musically, but it will serve our purpose of just having something that we can play back. So the next thing to do is to set up our Max MIDI effect. Now let's go to Max for Live, Max MIDI effect, and you should see the Novation Peak AMXD that you've downloaded and installed. So let's just double click this, and you'll see that the Novation Peak device appears here. Now you'll have noticed that the loop has stopped playing back. Now this is one thing that can happen when you add this device. The quick way to get around this is just to reinitialize the patch on the Novation. So let's do that. So we can now control the peak from these knobs, as you can see here, which is really great. Also, if we arm the track, then we can control these knobs directly from the peak. And you can see here that as I change the knob on the peak, we see the knob in the device changing here. That's great. Now also we can, if we right click on here to show the automation, if we select B to draw, then we can draw our envelope directly on screen. Also great. Now, one thing that you'll probably want to do next is to be able to record the knob changes that you make on the peak. So to do this, we need an arm automation recording. So we do this through this button here, and then with Live 10 we can use this overdub feature to record our knob changes. So I'm going to press this, and then you can see as I make changes on the peaks knob, these are recorded for us automatically. So there we have it. That's how you can control the Novation peak from Ableton.